Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Before every episode starts, I always do research. And the idea with this video was to create a potato mash and flavor it in 3 different ways. With herbs, spices, butter, and so on. But it kinda went sideways from there. A few hours later on Googling and YouTube, I learned, or in theory, I learned how to create the Michelin star version mashed potato. So, yeah. And for practice and knowledge for you and for me, I'm gonna create a basic, more common everyday mashed potato, more gourmet version, and then a Michelin star version. So we have some samplings to do later to learn what's different in flavors, techniques, and so on. If you feel inspired and want to learn how to make a better mashed potato back in home, don't skip any parts in this video, because there are some really key components, because there's so few ingredients that you can't really miss any of those techniques. So without further ado, this is 3 versions of mashed potato: basic, gourmet, and Michelin star. And I'm using here a starchy potato. You can also use a baked potato, that's perfectly fine as well. Boil them with the shell on with some salt in, and just put in enough water so they're submerged, but not more than that. Less water means less flavor also disappear from the potato. And this spoon hack helps me so the water doesn't boil over. Boil them for around 25 minutes or until the potato doesn't show any resistance. Put them on a plate and let them cool down for a bit. I like to peel my potatoes by hand. Perfectly fine to use a knife here as well, but I feel that this way you only remove the skin and nothing else. And for demonstration purposes, I'm not using any electronic devices here, I'm only using manual labor. Throw in your butter and stir it around. And add as much hot milk as you want, depending on what texture you're going for. Let's see now. It tastes like a normal mash pretty much. A little bit lumpy, actually. Yeah. Perfectly fine, but yeah, a little bit lumpy maybe. Let's improve this. So what can improve this recipe even more? Yeah, butter, and lots of it. One key component or key technique here is push the mashed potato through a fine mash sieve. This technique will help all lumps to go away and create a really smooth, nice potato mash. I'm using here a mixture of hot half cream, half milk, and you just keep adding until you have the texture you're looking for. And butter, 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 and yeah, more butter. Such smoothness, great potato flavor, and when it's this runny, you don't really need the sauce to the dip. And if you just throw the piece of plastic on this, it should still be a great dish. Remember in the beginning of this recipe I told you to use a starchy potato? Forget that. We're using here a waxy hard potato that's more delicate and has much more flavor. And we're gonna sous vide it for 1 hour at 90 Celsius or 194 Fahrenheit. And peel them as fast as possible. You don't want to get the potatoes cold. And by using the sous vide technique here, we're making sure that the potato haven't even touched water. And therefore all the flavor is still left in the potato. Here we have it. It took almost 1.5 hours to make a mashed potato, which is crazy. So let's see if it's worth it. So let's see. I didn't expect that, but it has much more potato flavor. Very fluffy. And yeah, really, really smooth. I mean, is this worth 1.5 hours of cooking a mashed potato? Depends who's you're serving. Is it first date? It might be worth it then, because this is the best potato mash I ever cooked, by far. And as always, In the description you can find all the recipes. And if you want to learn more about food and see me cook other kind of crazy foods, mostly Swedish though, I suggest that you hit that subscribe button, like button and comment down below. And I'll see you in the next one.